Hello, welcome back to Too Many Minis. My name's Ossie. Today we're talking about, let's get it shot, Marvel United X-Men. It's the second season of Marvel United, if you will. It's a Kickstarter from Cool Mini or Not. Come on, and it's been available in stores in most of the world, but not the UK. And the Kickstarter had all kinds of stuff, so I had to get my two little assistants to help me unpack it. Now, the first Marvel United Kickstarter had about 85, something like that, miniatures in it. The new one, which adds the X-Men and a lot of mutant characters, but also some classic characters from the wider Marvel universe, has 160 or something crazy. I'm trying not to count because I don't like to think about my painting queue. It's a big Kickstarter in the command style. The game's a board game. It doesn't need the miniatures, but that's a lot of the this toy factor. You basically have a little deck of cards for each character. It's a cooperative game. You pick up to 4 players. Some of these expansions now can let you have more. You pick a villain. You slap down some locations. Each villain has their own special rules, and you have to defeat the villain, working together. The heroes and the villain will move around different locations, and each location will have different effects, and they'll have different threat cards laid out by the villain, which again vary from villain to villain. There's a lot of variety, basically. That's what makes the game. The game's played by, you play down cards with very simple actions on them. The villain goes first, then the heroes have a go. The villain goes again. The thing that makes it work is each hero can use the effects of their card and the one hero card previous. So you get all these kind of combos building up over time. And lots of them have special rules on them, special things that happen. So it's essentially a really simple game. My 5-year-old could play it a year ago with us because it's a co-op. You can help each other. So you move around the board, punching thugs and villains and henchmen and making heroic actions to save civilians and complete challenges. And you clear these mission cards. Once you've cleared two out of the 3 missions, you can then attack the villain, generally speaking. And then you can all pile onto the villain and use your attacks on him. And like I said, it's a simple game, but in having, I don't know how many there are now, 80 villains or something, 60 villains. They all have very different rules, or quite different rules, and it's different enough. And then in combination, all the different heroes you have give some really different effects. So some heroes are more powerful than others. Some are good at some things, and some are good at others. And it's the combinations that give it the variety and the length. You can keep the replay value is absolutely there. So this latest Kickstarter comes with all these heroes. All the blue ones are heroes. You can use them in any combination, in any game mode, pretty much. Then you've got these purple, these are new, these are anti-heroes. They can be villains or heroes. So they're doubly valued. Then you've got the Sentinels, the huge Sentinels, which can play in all different game modes. And then you've got straight up villains, an absolute ton of them. And here's the X-Force expansion, which I didn't get out of its box because, frankly, I'm going to get rid of it because I don't care about them. The core box, which you might well be able to get in shops now, has Professor X, Cyclops, Wolverine, Beast, Storm, Jean Grey as the heroes. Then you've got Juggernaut, Sabretooth as villains, and Mystique and Magneto as anti-heroes. So they can be villains or heroes. The Magneto model's fantastic. And the Wolverine's pretty good. Beast's great. There are more classic X-Men in the Gold Team expansion. And the Gold Team and Blue Team expansions add kind of team versus team element to the game. You've got Bishop, Iceman, Colossus, Angel, and what's that guy? Forge. And then is that Sebastian Shaw for the villains? Archangel, I suppose, for Angel, because it's the kind of Electro one. And yeah, you play team versus team, also against a villain. So it's kind of who can win the most points or who can get the killing blow. I think I haven't played that version yet. You got Gambit, Psylocke, Banshee, Rogue, Jubilee for heroes, and Mr. Sinister as a villain in the blue team expansion. So some serious 90s action there. And Banshee, who's a bit older. In the Horsemen of the Apocalypse expansion, you can face off against Apocalypse's four horsemen: famine, war, pestilence, and death, before and try and weaken them before you then fight against all of them with Apocalypse. So there's a little twist of a game mode. It's a bit like the Infinity Gauntlet Thanos mode from the original Marvel United. I'm not crazy about this expansion, but Apocalypse looks pretty cool, so I decided to keep this one, and the kids were nagging me. They just want it all. With the Phoenix 5 expansion, you can take Hope Summers, or whichever heroes you choose, and face off in a kind of campaign, game by game, against the Phoenix 5, which is a storyline I don't know about, but it has an evil Colossus, Emma Frost, Namor the Submariner, Magic, and Colossus. And if you defeat the first one, the second one becomes more powerful, and so on and so on. So again, a kind of interesting kind of campaign twist on the game. The Deadpool expansion gives you 4 Deadpools. It gives you a hero Deadpool with a big gun and lots of spent ammo. It gives you a villain Deadpool with a cool base. It gives you a crazy Deadpool that can be added to any game and kind of runs through the game on his inflatable unicorn messing with the rules. And you get a Lady Deadpool. I don't know anything about Lady Deadpool. And you've got Bob, Agent of Hydra, as your anti-hero, villain, or hero. But the villain Deadpool, I think, has an amazing base with all trophies taken from different X-Men. It's got Magneto's helmet, Wolverine's helmet, and someone's gun, and all that kind of thing. It's going to be pretty cool to paint up. Cool model. The X-Men First Class expansion is possibly my most look forward to, or second most look forward to aspect of the game now. You get the classic 60s Beast with no hair, Iceman with snow, Angel with proper angel wings, Marvel Girl Jean Grey, and Cyclops in their classic blue and yellow Jack Kirby 60s costumes. Then you get Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, the siblings, as the villains. And you get, the other reason why I was really looking forward to this is because you get the Danger Room, and that is something you can add to any game, any villain, to make the game a little bit easier. And when you're playing with kids, that's really great, because my kids are never going to defeat Kang or Healer on their own. The Days of Future Past expansion is pretty exciting. It comes with 3 Sentinels, Nimrod as a villain, and a really cool Days of Future Past Logan Wolverine model as a hero. You can play against Nimrod and the Sentinels in a pretty normal way, with all of them moving around and trying to kill you. Or you can add the Sentinels as challenges to any other modes you're playing in. So if you find it too easy or you want a bit more challenge, you can stick a Sentinel in to another scenario, another villain that you're playing against. So again, it's just more and more layers of variety for the game, and to keep its replay value. And who doesn't like fighting a big Sentinel? Especially fans of the 90s cartoon. Most exciting for me is the Fantastic Four expansion. People were like, it's not going to happen, this is an X-Men Kickstarter, you're not going to get the Fantastic Four. I thought there's not enough left for a third one, they've got to stick the FF in here. So you get Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, you've got a flaming, transparent Human Torch, you've got the Invisible Woman with her invisible leg and force field, you've got the Thing, it's a fantastic model, you've got a Silver Surfer, you've got a phenomenal Super Skrull villain, and then you've got Doctor Doom, who can be both a villain and can team up with the heroes, as he sometimes does from time to time. But as a big Fantastic Four fan, Doctor Doom fan, I'm so pleased to get these. Can't wait to paint them up. I'm not going to do them first because, got to save the best things sometimes, but I'll probably do them second after the X-Men First Class. Super thrilled to have these. And the expansion also adds some special sort of team rules for the FF and some extra challenge as well. It looks great. The big box of stretch goals, just full of heroes, villains, and anti-heroes. You've got Pixie, Cloak and Dagger, Blink, Havoc, Sunfire, that guy, Warpath, and Nightcrawler. There's a big one, Nightcrawler. You got Longshot, Lady Deadpool, oh no, Gwenpool, Feral, Dazzler, Boom Boom, Kitty Pryde, Lockheed, and Dupe. You got Strong Guy, Weapon X Wolverine. That's one of my favourite models in the entire game. Phantom X, that woman, what's she called? Polaris, Wolverine's daughter, Sunspot, Captain Britain, and Firestar. You got Warlock, Magic, Mirage, Wolfsbane, Multiple Man, and Weird Phoenix. Doesn't look right to me, but there you go. You got Alpha Flight, the Canadian one, the other Canadian one, North Star, Puck, Sasquatch, and Snowbird, which my kids are crazy about. They don't know anything about her, but they think she looks the best. So I'll probably have to paint her up quite quickly. Villains, and now I'm really getting lost. Avalanche, Omega Red, don't know who that is. Pyro, Blob, Toad, Silver Samurai, really bad guy, Brood Queen thing. That woman, Arcade, that guy, Lady Deathstrike, Sauron, super amazing Dark Phoenix model, looks amazing. That big guy with the thing, Onslaught from the 90s. Then you got these anti-heroes that are really good value because you can be played as both. Marrow, Emma Frost, Legion, Spiral, who's got loads of swords, and super excited to have Namor the Submariner. Again, can be a villain or a good guy, just like in the comic books. Those are all cool. And then you get two more models. You got the Old Man Wolverine, who's, I'm pretty ambivalent about, and Storm 80s Mohawk edition, who I think is amazing. I think that's one of the best models in the range. You get them for like ordering everything, basically. There's some payback for being incredibly poor with your personal finances. You get tokens, lots of press board tokens, very nice tokens to be fair. You get a lot of cards, so many cards. There's no way in hell I'm sleeving these. It's fine. I didn't sleeve the first game. You don't shuffle them a whole lot. It's cool. It's a lot of cards. Most of them you'll only play with very briefly. You're going to pick your favourites after a while. And it comes with some mercifully short rulebooks. Pretty good. Villain dashboards for everybody. And special villain dashboards for the special game modes. Four Horsemen, Sentinels, and Sanctity of Deadpool. You get an absolute ton of locations, and again, it's just adding more and more variety and combinations. You get some of those classic base rings to denote the teams when you're playing in team versus team mode, and some very special little cubes. And then, like I said, you've got the X-Force expansion, which I'm not opening because I don't care about any of these characters. I'm sorry, they're just the absolute definition of the 90s stuff I don't care about. So I'm just going to eBay that, so I can live without that. Overall, I'm pretty thrilled with this game. It's a simple board game that but it can get really difficult. And there's so much variety in trying out different villains, trying out different heroes, painting them up, collecting them all, kind of thing. It's fantastic. It's a really great game to play with kids. Co-op. Co-op's so important for kids, I think, when you're playing as a family. Can't really recommend it enough. It's not really a miniatures game, so I play mostly miniatures games, and that's what we mostly talk about on this channel. But this is a board game with an absolute ton of miniatures. I mean, that's over 200 now. And when you've painted them up, they look great. They're a real joy to paint. I'll show you some of the ones from the first game that I've painted up. I've got a lot to go, and I don't know whether I'll get them all painted, but they're really fantastic. I even let the kids paint a couple. Maybe I'll let them loose on some of the X-Men characters that I really don't know about. I'm really thrilled to have got the game. Been looking forward to it for a year. The kids have been looking forward to it. We're going to get down to playing the team mode, trying different things out, adding in the Sentinels. I get to play with my Fantastic Four, which is great for me. Love them. The kids are quite excited about some of the random characters that they've seen here or there, or they just like the costumes of. Really recommend the game. You can pick it up on eBay now because it'll be delivering around the world as we speak. Let me know if you're into it. A lot of people just can't stand the chibi style models, but I really like the artwork. I think it's great, really stylish, and I like it more than the models for Marvel Crisis Protocol, or the recent Kickstarter that they did of Marvel Zombie Side. Not into that really. This is good for me. This is good to have a collection of Marvel models. I'm happy with these. I'm doing Marvel Crisis Protocol as well, but these ones I probably like that a bit more. Please subscribe. We'll be covering more games, more board games with miniatures as we go along, because I'm a big fan of that kind of thing. And give us a like if you like it. Tell a friend, whatever. Channel's getting cooking. It's good. It's really nice to see people coming back and commenting, and the channel getting a bit noticed. Nice one. Really enjoying it. See ya.